my name is Rachel and welcome to my channel. My channel is a little bit of books, a little bit of Disney, a little bit of parenting and a few other bits and bobs as well. And today is Netflix Day! So today I thought it'd be fun to talk to you about some shows and movies and stuff that I've been watching on Netflix. I've got my notes on my phone, and yeah, so let's get into it. So the first show I wanted to talk about was Instant Hotel. So I watched the first season, which was hilarious and crazy, and the second season has just dropped on Netflix a few weeks ago. Not as crazy as the first season, but still really good. And there is this guy named Gene who seems crazy enough for an entire cast. Him and his bidets, like, and the word bidet being said with an Australian accent as well. Bidet. I'm Australian, I'm allowed to make fun of that. But yeah, it's just hilarious. They've got a new judge as well, which is Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen. I can never quite say his name right. He's great. He's English. He's always dressed quite flamboyantly. He did like The Apartment and a few things, so you probably know who he is. He's really good on there, and it's quite nice seeing the sort of like between him and Juliet, like the difference of opinions and things like that. Like they're really nice to each other and everything, but there is like sometimes she'll walk into a room and go like, that lounge is horrible, and he'll go, I quite liked that. So yeah, it's nice to see sort of all their different opinions and stuff. But for anyone who doesn't know what Instant Hotel is, it is basically set in Australia. It's groups of people who own Airbnbs, and they go around to each other's Airbnbs and rate them. And it's really good and funny and definitely worth watching. The second thing I have been watching is IZombie, the final season. Oh, I can't believe it's the final season. Like, I know it needs to be the final season because there's just so much going on now. Like, I don't know where the show could go, but at the same time I'm really gonna miss it. It's a really good show. For anyone who doesn't know, the storyline is basically a med student who goes to a party, like this boat party, and ends up by getting turned into a zombie. And so her life obviously drastically changes, and she ends up by becoming like a coroner's assistant working in the morgue so that she can basically eat people's brains to survive. And one of the sort of side effects of the whole eating brains thing is the fact that you take on the personality and the traits of the person whose brains you've eaten. So basically every episode she kind of has a new personality going on, and it's really funny, and it's a really good show. Ravi, who is her boss in the morgue, is hilarious, and yeah, it's got a really good cast. And yeah, Clive, who she basically then she works with Clive, who's a detective, and they solve crimes. She eats the brains, and then she tries to find out who the killer is. And yeah, it's just a really good show. And like I said, it's coming up to its final season. I think it's like season 5. But yeah, I'm really gonna miss it. But I've a few more episodes left, so I'll enjoy those. The next thing that I watched only came out a couple of days ago actually. It's called Blown Away, and it's about glass blowing. Glass blowing, I think, is really interesting. It's not something that I could ever do, I don't think, but you know, like as a little girl, you used to see the kiosks in the shopping centres that used to do like the glass swans and things like that I always used to think were really pretty, and you'd see them making them there, though apparently that stuff is tacky according to the professionals on the blown away panel. But I think it's sweet, and yeah, it's just so interesting. Like, it's just a skill that I know literally nothing about, so it was so interesting to learn about it. And it's a competition show, and it's really good. I think it's set in Canada. It's just really good. The episodes are only half-hour long, so you watch through quite quickly. And yeah, the person who I was kind of hoping would won, so yay. So yeah, check that out if you like those type of competition shows and want to sort of see a new skill. The next show that I've been watching, I am very late to the boat with, I know that. I am finally getting around to watching Stranger Things. I didn't watch Stranger Things when it first came out. Pete watched the first season, but I was sort of in the throes of horrendous postnatal depression, and Pete was like, this is probably not the show for you at the moment, because anybody who knows like our situation knows that I have a little boy named William, and anyone who's watched the show knows a little boy named William, Will, disappears. And he was like, Pete was like, yeah, this show is not for you at the moment. But since then I've sort of seen lots of things about it, and I'm like, actually I think I could probably watch it now, and I watched the entire first season, and it was so good. And now I think I'm on to episode 2 of season 2, so I haven't quite caught all the way up yet, but I'm really enjoying it. It's really good. And anyone who doesn't know what Stranger Things is, well, actually I kind of said, a boy named Will in a small town in America disappears with a few other people as well, and then a girl called 11 turns up, and it's basically a kind of what is going on type thing. And it's really good. It's set in the 80s, and yeah, it's good. The next thing I've been watching quite a lot of, because I can't let it go, is Big Bang Theory. I watched the last episode, which I really loved. They make a lot of references to the very first episode, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna watch the first episode again. And then basically I've just watched all, well, so there's 11 seasons on Netflix, and I've watched all, I think I'm partway through season 11. Watched them, I just had them on in the background. William loves the theme song, and yeah, it's just, I love Big Bang Theory, and I realise that I'm about to be a lot dumber now, because all of my science facts come from Big Bang Theory, so I'm not, if there's anything new happens in science from now on, I am not gonna know about it. Right, so that's the TV shows, and now I'm gonna move on to movies. So the first 2 are ones I actually watched like a few months ago, but I haven't talked about them, and I really wanted to. The first one was called Always Be My Maybe, with Ali Wong. She's a comedian. Her comedy shows are on, like stand-up shows are on Netflix. Watch them, watch this movie. Ali Wong is a legend. It is so funny. I love her. I love this movie. I think it's definitely going to be one of those sort of rewatch, like just want to chill out and calm down and like girly night sort of watch this movie, because it is so sweet and so good. It's about a woman who's a chef, and her the relationship she has with her old sort of hometown and her old best friend who she hasn't spoken to in a while, and it's just very good. The next show I wanted to talk about is the Adam Sandler movie Murder Mystery. Adam Sandler seems to have some type of deal with Netflix now that he is, what are they called? Happy Madison or whatever it is Productions seems to be going to Netflix, which I think is a very good idea, because I don't think I would pay to go see an Adam Sandler film anymore, just because every Adam Sandler film is basically the same. It's Adam Sandler in a t-shirt and shorts kind of doing a madcap comedy thing, but they're entertaining. Is the thing, they're entertaining. They're not rubbish, they're not bad, they're just the prices for cinema these days. I don't think I'd pay to go see them, but they're perfect for Netflix. And this one was really good for Netflix. I don't think I would have wanted to pay to see it at the cinema, but it's called Murder Mystery, and it stars Jennifer Aniston as well. Adam Sandler and Jennifer Aniston play a married couple who go on their honeymoon, but it's like a belated 10-year plus honeymoon from like when they got married, and they end up by sort of being caught up in this murder mystery that's going on. And yeah, Jennifer Aniston is very me in a murder mystery situation. Like at one point she's like throws their phones out the window and stuff. She's like, we could be being followed, and I'm like, oh my god, I would so be like that if I was caught up in this. But yeah, it's entertaining. It's not like the best movie in the world, it's not the worst movie in the world, it's just entertaining, good for like a summer night when you just want something fun to watch, don't want to think too hard. This is the one, murder mystery. The next movie I want to talk about is new on, I think it only came out this week, called Secret Obsession. It's so it's like a thriller. It's really good actually, a lot better than what I expected. Again, sort of made for Netflix one, starring well, what's her name, Brenda, one second, where are we, Brenda Song, who I normally sort of think of as being a sort of bubbly, little bit ditzy from, I think it was like Disney Channel or those kids shows. But she plays a very different character in this one. She actually has to be incredibly intelligent, or at least have her wits about her in this one. The premise is that Brenda's character wakes up from an accident and gets taken home from the hospital. She has amnesia, gets taken home from the hospital by her husband, and then sort of she starts to find out things, and basically she realizes the tagline is, the threat is not over yet. It's pretty good for a murder mystery. Again, it's not something that I would particularly have wanted to pay for, but for a Netflix, like for watching on Netflix, it was really entertaining. Good murder mystery. I like a good murder mystery. Good thriller, and yeah, it was good. So yeah, I really recommend that one actually. The next movie that I watched was SpiderMan Homecoming, which is not a Netflix movie obviously, but it is on Netflix at the moment because Spider-Man Far From Home is at the cinema. And basically I went to see Spider-Man Far From Home the other day with Pete in the cinema. It was so good. Tom Holland is such a good Spider-Man. Like, I love his Spider-Man. It's like he was always meant to be Spider-Man. Like the other two were just like holding his place until he got old enough to play Spider-Man. But it's so good, so funny. So then I came home and saw that the first one was on Netflix, so I had to watch that, and it was also so good and so funny. But I think the second one is definitely better. Yeah, I think he's one of my favorite Marvel characters is Spider-Man, which I never would have thought I would have said. From like when they first started with all the Avengers and stuff, I never would have thought I'd gone, yay, Spider-Man. But yeah, oh, he's so good. It's so funny. They're great movies. So yeah, so that is what I've been watching. Please let me know in the comments below what you have been watching. Any recommendations as well for what I should watch next. Let me know your opinions if you've watched any of the things that I have watched and what you thought of them. I'll have just a little Netflix discussion. And then just before I go, I just wanted to say, basically, anybody who's watching this and going, Rachel, where did you get that amazing headband? Actually, from my Etsy shop. I just wanted to do a quick little plug promo thing for my Etsy shop, which is CalicobyRachelLena. All the links and everything is below. This is a new range of products that is coming to my Etsy shop. It should all be in by the time this video goes up. And this is part of the pineapples, which is what this one is part of the summer collection, with the watermelons and the flamingos ones. And they're just little headbands with a little bow, $5.99 on my Etsy shop, and they're just a part of the new range, and they're really cute and I love them. Right, thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment about your Netflix and everything below, and I will see you next time. Bye!